Hi, good morning, everybody. This is me, Kyle Dondero, your neighborhood yogi. I must say that I miss everyone. It's only been just maybe a little under a week, really, since I stopped doing my in-person yoga classes at the Tucker Yoga Cooperative. Also, my corporate locations, students over at Jackson Healthcare, Kimberly Clark, Anytime Fitness, and the teachers and staff over at the Westminster schools. So I just want to give a shout out to all of my friends and fellow yogis that had taken classes with me. I miss y'all, and I invite you to maybe try some of these videos as I post them. I'm still getting used to this idea of being at home and finding my own practice here again, and working to communicate and connect with y'all in a nice digital way as we practice this whole thing of social distancing, self-quarantine, even in some places having a mandatory lockdown to help slow the spread of this virus. And just in that note, I just want to reiterate that I've been thinking a little bit about, why we might want to stay home and away from just, public things. I being a little, in the middle of my life, so to say, healthy individual, my partner is pregnant, so it's really close to home. We're not sure how this virus might affect a pregnant woman and the fetus or the baby. The reports that are coming out really show that there shouldn't be anything to worry about, but who knows? We heard of the Zika virus that was going around in the Latin American countries that was causing this really weird cranium thing to happen. So just out of abundance of caution, and we've heard that a lot, maybe on the news media, abundance of caution. But yeah, so just to be cautious, this is hitting a little close to home. Also, I have friends and family who are immunocompromised or have some, not terribly serious, but, medical condition that if they were to get something like this, would really challenge their body's immune system to fight it off, and they might succumb to that pneumonia that's getting reported, right? People are getting the illness, they're doing okay, and then all of a sudden your immune system is fighting an overdrive and actually killing the cells that are lining the trachea and the bronchial pathways, and those dead cells are what is causing this pneumonia. And so I guess this whole idea of social distancing really is to make sure that the people who are vulnerable for the virus have a better chance of receiving proper care in the medical establishments should they need that, right? So if everybody gets sick all at one time, there's this overload of the system. And we already know here in the United States, at least, that we do have wonderful doctors and healthcare professionals, but the system really isn't, the best, and the capacity really is low. So in that regard, try to heed the social distancing idea, stay at home instead of going out. You've heard all these recommendations on the news, try to minimize that exposure, because apparently, you can feel healthy, go visit your elderly family member at a nursing home, and then all of a sudden the whole nursing home is sick. And that's what we first saw in Washington. And then here in Georgia, that's being reported out in Athens-Clarke County, that a nursing home now has a confirmed case, and that could be very detrimental for those types of populations. So as we navigate this whole, social quarantine to slow the spread, let's just be mindful of those individuals who might be at risk and do our part to just slow that spread. While the majority of us might feel fine and get over the illness, we really just want to be empathetic and mindful of those individuals, because we want our grandkids to grow up knowing our grandparents. We want at least to enjoy that human connection, and not press towards an early death if it could be avoided. So, but yeah, so hello to everyone. I love you all very much. I'm really happy that I can present myself in a digital way to you. So let's give it a try. During this time, with all of us maybe trying to stay home, if you have a family, the kids at home could be a little stressful. Like I said, my partner is pregnant, so in the next year or so, I'm going to understand fully what that means. So please forgive me if I, don't have that direct experience yet. So if you're at home, I hope that you are able to find a quiet time where you can practice stress management. And even if you don't have a big family, and maybe you find yourself cooped up by yourself, you don't have a network that you can be with immediately in your household, your apartment. Connecting with others digitally is a great way to feel connected to your fellow human. And like I said, stress management really is a key factor in helping ourselves remain happy and optimistic and healthy. Our immune systems respond a lot better when we are calm and collected. But this time is very challenging, of course, for many of us, myself included. There are so many people that are going to be out of work because of the slowdown in, for example, food service industry. I was a waiter for many years, and I relied heavily, of course, on those tips that came in to pay my bills, to pay my rent. What other industries are going to be affected by this? Well, you already know. If you're in that industry, food industry is main one, and of course the cruise lines, the airlines, those individuals, those workers might be out of work. I saw a news report about Marriott, for example, furloughing the majority of their employees for a whole month because nobody's staying at hotels. And so what are they going to do? So this is certainly a stressful time in terms of the economic viability for those folks, including myself. So if you can, please support me in these videos, the live videos that I'll be doing in the future. I'll try to get a PayPal link posted up, or maybe even there's a service called Patreon, which is a subscription. You subscribe to view the videos. So I'm just open to suggestions if you'd like to share those. But basically, I just want to invite you for a little centering meditation, just to help, again, bring that relaxation into your life a little bit. So if you have a few moments, join me in this next video for a centering. But I love you all very much, and let's go ahead and get on to it.